Did you see any Liverpool fans trying to get in with fake tickets?
Look, I didn't, and I can only speak from personal experience. I've seen hundreds, if not thousands, of locals jumping the fences, scaling the walls to get in. Where I was, there was about 6 or 7 there were local fans who were standing there who didn't have tickets, who got in. So that's what I seen. That was my personal experience.
What do you think about the narrative at the moment to people crossing the channel? How do you think that we should be tackling the small boats crisis?
It's quite simple. Refugees welcome.
Hello, I'm here in Liverpool city centre on this windy, chilly but busy Sunday afternoon. The headline yesterday should have read, "The culture sinking its roots in Liverpool is the same one that destroyed Saint-Denis," the suburb outside of Paris where Liverpool played Real Madrid last year's championship final, where Liverpool fans were attacked, beaten and robbed. Local politicians, even those that were robbed themselves, tried to play it down by saying it was locals and not really getting to the crux of the matter, that it was far from locals. Ian Byrne, my local MP, he described them as locals again. I've left the video again, and also his refugees welcome video afterwards. Now in Saint-Denis, I've left other screenshots. There's something like 300,000 migrants, immigrants, refugees, whatever status they hold, that have turned that once suburb, French suburb, into a hellhole, no-go area. The Liverpool supporters and fans can bear testament to that, right? It's not something Joe Owens is making up. That's what the place is all about. Now, also in the report, it says there's something like 135 different nationalities there. So the cohesiveness, the social cohesiveness will be zero, right? And the same is now happening in Kensington and Fairfield. We're seeing the same there, where the social cohesion is vanishing. Kensington and Fairfield's losing its Scouse culture as well as its Liverpool status. You politicians, you refugees, welcome. Obsessives, haven't you learned anything and looked around the world to see what has happened when things like refugees welcome gets out of hand, out of control? Because that's what's happened in Saint-Denis. It wasn't a refugee hellhole at one time, was it? Well, it is now, right? And like I've said, the good people of Liverpool unfortunately experience what these places are like in the form of Saint-Denis. Now, my point being is that we can see now the same culture that's destroyed Saint-Denis. We can now see it's sinking its roots here in Liverpool, here in especially Kensington and Fairfield. So we must oppose this to stop any further damage. Now, Kensington and Fairfield can't go back to the beginning, but they can start where they are now and change the ending, right? That they can do with the help of Joe Owens. I'll be standing in May's county council elections, represent the good people of that once proud working class community, because if we don't stand up, then we're going to lose our Scouse culture, we're going to lose our Liverpool status, like Kensington and Fairfield is gradually losing now by the day. As I've said, you politicians, you refugees welcome obsessives, haven't you learned anything? Didn't you learn anything on that dreadful day in May last year when Liverpool were playing Real Madrid and Saint-Denis? Didn't you learn anything that the problems there were the consequence of unlimited mass immigration into that part of France, and France in general, Paris, Marseille, Lyon, many other places that have felt the full brunt of mass immigration? Haven't you learned anything? And instead of saying we must learn from this to get more likes on Facebook and backslapping and whatever, refugees welcome, because that's the latest cause celeb, and you're going to be liked, because if you say otherwise, you're going to be out of a job. So it's up to the good people of Liverpool now. This May's county council election, not only will it be a resounding no from the good people of that community, but it'll also be a resounding no from the good people of this city. Okay, thank you. Hello, I'm here outside the Lidl in Kensington. I'd like to further my point, what I've been saying about Kensington losing its Scouse culture, its Liverpool status. My previous video regarding the culture sinking its roots here in Liverpool is the same one that destroyed Saint-Denis. The same is happening here now in this once proud working class community. It really is shocking what these reckless politicians have done to this area. It really is terrible. There's no social cohesion. The cohesiveness is vanishing, like no doubt in Saint-Denis in Paris, or suburb outside of Paris. And this is the inevitable consequence of mass immigration. This is what happens when too many are moved into an area too soon, too quick, without any assimilation, without people getting to know each other. And also, like with Saint-Denis, there's 135 different nationalities. Well, the same's happened here, right? There's that many different nationalities. They don't get along with one another because there's a cultural difference. And the host culture has literally been destroyed, which is the Scouse culture. This part of Liverpool is rapidly losing its Scouse, its Liverpool status. Ian Bain as well, in my last video, you witnessed what happened to Liverpool fans at Saint-Denis, those that were beaten and robbed. And you're advocating the same thing here, refugees welcome, because they're refugees in Saint-Denis. Saint-Denis was once, I'm sure, a nice French suburb, and it's now a refugee camp hellhole, right? Now, this isn't Joe Owens making this up, right? Far from it, right? This is what is happening, right? We can see it here in Kensington and Fairfield. We can see it in many other places as well, and this has to be opposed. It has to stop. We oppose it by standing in elections and challenging those who are responsible for this, or at the very least have remained silent and complicit in the cultural transformation of this once proud working class community. Okay, thank you.